Okay, I'm just gonna let you know right now if this video is for you. Did something go down this summer where you changed a lot? Like, did you feel like you quantum jumped after quantum jumped after quantum jumped? Like you expanded into this bigger version of yourself? If that is you, please stay tuned and listen because we are on the same freaking frequency timeline. Okay, so what can you expect next? Wow, it's giving wild freaking abundance, but there's some sprinkles of interesting insights that have been going on. So everything you have been dealing with that feels some freaking type of way since the last eclipse, and then we're going into, on Sunday is the next eclipse, this little gateway, hallway, portal, everything coming up is actually, so like anything about money, anything about relationships, anything about career, anything about whatever it is, it's amazing. And this is great. It's not you going back. It's not like, oh, trigger or whatever. This is you overcoming it. This is this gateway, this bridge where you're walking, you're facing these things, you're ripping these old identities away. And there's this new way that you're going to begin to see yourself and question. And seriously, you do already have, like, if you're not, start now. Start questioning every single behavior. Is this, like, is it you? Is this the new self? Because you did something this summer that completely rearranged, like, you know, you're in the timeline. You are in the freaking timeline of the version of yourself that can hold the weight. Also, I just think it's interesting, like this mirror right here is this other reflection, and we see you can even see in the camera there's this like three-way mirror going on, and you know the mirror is me mirroring back to you this amazing, also just like great freaking great job, because it has not been easy, and you on this journey of becoming your greatest self and not giving up and going forward and getting triggered and being in the fear and all the things that came with it and come with it and will continue to come with it. You are freaking doing it. You are a freaking warrior, and you're here to shine your light. You're here to share your gifts. But the other thing is that these things that have been coming up, and I saw this interview with RJ SPINA about the law of attraction. No, excuse me, it is not the law of attraction. Get out of my face with that. The law of attention. And it was like, and I even got his book called The Law of Attention. And there are some really profound gems in there of just constantly asking yourself, like, who is this thought? Because it's all just a program you're being plugged into and hypnotizing yourself with. And I'm still reading the book, but something I realized was like, when we are putting our attention, right, because that's our chi, that's our life force, into anything that is not, there's no reciprocity. If there's something you're giving your attention to, then, and you're receiving something back from that that's uplifting or whatever, that is sharing the life force, reciprocity. But when you are just draining yourself watching whatever it is you're watching, like the thing that makes you think your body isn't good enough, or the thing that is all about how horrible, you know, humanity is, or whatever, it's actually taking your freaking life force, aging you, and putting your life into that freaking thing. So please be careful what you are watching, and start questioning every single thing you are thinking, every single thought. And just be like, at every moment of the day, and I've been doing this, like getting triggered, or an old obsessive belief comes up, or an old missing a person that wasn't, like, you know, didn't honor me, and I'm like, whoa, what program is going on here? This is not the new self. This is the old self program. And when you really kind of start seeing it with such distance, like, oh. And what I noticed is that, please practice this for yourself. It's profound, freaking found. There's a couple things. There's going to be moments where you have epiphanies, like, oh my God. There's going to be other moments where you're still hypnotized, where you're so plugged into the old program, but you're just kind of like, right, this is a program, but I'm in it. And then there's this other thing that is going to happen where reality becomes abstract, and you feel like you're, what is the word? there's like a whole, it's existential, like, oh, I'm having like like a couple moments. The fact that I was able to kind of just keep reflecting on like, whoa, what are all these like programs and identities I've been, it almost like breaks down reality, and you're like, what is everything? Anyways, so this is a really going to be powerful for you, especially jumping after this equinox, which is about, I know we're on different parts. So the fall, autumn over here is the spring on the other side of the earth. So that's so cool because it's all about this rebirth and then harvesting at the same time. There is like, and because everything's interconnected, there's this rebirth happening. Something is being born again, a rebirth of something, while we're actually taking in the abundance and harvesting of what we've been working on and creating. So that is really special. That is like really, really powerful. And I think most people don't look at equinoxes and to celebrate. I mean, I haven't even really thought of that till right now, but like celebrating the power that's happening on both sides of the world, that we're fully connected, right? Because it's not just about, oh, I'm right here in this town and this is what it's going down. It's like, no, we're world citizens, okay? Like that's why everything we have connection and seeing what's going on everywhere, because we are global freaking citizens. So the big cool guy that wants to talk to you about going into this next season of your life, okay? She's Spider, and you are bestowed. Listen, if you are watching this video, it's because Spider actually wants to work with you, which is an honor. And especially if you're scared of spiders, it's even a bigger reason to work. Those of us who, no, if you're afraid of a certain animal, that means it has a medicine to teach you. So that's one way you can tell, like, oh, this is one of my like totem animals or power animals, is if it's something you've like always been so fearful of. A lot of people are scared of spiders. Spider is teaching us wants us to step in to really owning that we're the weaver of our own reality. And if you really hate your reality right now, you might really feel resistance towards Spider too. So Spider is like, and I hope none of you actually hate your reality, because I think you're watching this because you are seeing that you're changing. Sure, there's things that you're like, I'm done with that, let's move on. But like, I think for the most part, you're fully dedicated to this next level of yourself. And that is awesome. So Spider, puts up this web, okay? And each thread holds her intention. So she's putting a frequency in each thread. Am I speaking today? She puts a frequency with her intention into each of the threads that aligns with her desire, okay? That's like for the little creatures to come so she can eat them. And she casts out this big net, okay? And she patiently, she silently awaits. I don't want to use the word waiting. I don't know why await feels better. She knows it's coming. She knows she's done the work. She knows she put it out there, and she's just freaking patient. So there's this message of just be patient. You've been doing this, but now there's even more of like a bigger intention about spreading your web even bigger to connect to things that you weren't even realizing are ready for you, because there is some kind of crazy wild abundance that wants to come in. That's what's happening. Okay. So if you feel like there's all this stuff that has shifted and moved within you in the last few months, the next shift and move is like into this kind of experience of a new level of abundance, and get ready to get triggered, because this level of abundance is not something you're used to. And in working with Spider, you know, it's cool because when you visualize or draw a spider, this is how you can work with spider. You dance like spider, you write a letter to spider, you find spiders and talk to them, you know, buy little spider things, whatever. You start clicking into their medicine, into their teachings, into their virtues that you want to teach, but you have to start envisioning yourself spreading your golden web, right? Your web, whatever you want it to be made out of. And as you do that, you're actually communicating with your subconscious, because when you are visualizing a matter-of-fact scenario, which is fine, right, it's fine. Like, I'm seeing myself driving this Jeep Wrangler. Or you kind of can expand out and make more superhuman kind of visualizations, and it will connect to your subconscious in a radically more powerful way, in a quicker way, because those archetypes have been held in your psyche, in your subconscious, in your DNA subconscious from generations and ancestors prior before you. They know that spider holds this meaning, right? It's in our freaking DNA. We know that dragon holds this meaning. It's in every blood cell within our body. And so when we start working with symbols, when we start moving like the symbols, embodying the symbols, we take on the attributes of that symbology, and then we're basically communicating to the subconscious that you are a spider creating a web, and then you see the love of your life, you know, coming into the web. You see the abundance of some kind of wealth coming into your web. You see the book you just wrote coming into your web. And, you know, the web is one of the most strongest materials. I think it's like, and I've heard this so many times, I'm like, this is real? Like, it's stronger than steel? I'm like, what is going on? This is incredible, but it's also malleable, right? It's not like rigid and hard. So there's this hard, soft at the same time. The hardest freaking material is soft. Isn't that crazy? So, and plus working with spider, it's very feminine power. There's so much more. I'm going to be teaching all of this every single day. So my workshop, I Am the Opportunity, it is this Saturday, opening this floodgate to the eclipse the next day. We meet again on Sunday, all replays, by the way, on Zoom. And then we finalize it on the harvest, on the equinox. You might be on the other side of the world, but there's this, we're going to be embodying spider the entire time and casting this freaking frequency web, right? And again, friends, I'm telling you, ever since I've been doing this work, it's like I have a new vision. I have a new understanding. I'm like, oh, that's what abundance feels like. And I know that sounds, I just like, it's like you can't know until you know. And for whatever reason, spider is showing it to me through working with her, and that is my intention, that she is going to be sharing this. So she's going to teach that frequency to you in you working with her, in you being humble and asking for her to teach you and embodying her movement and casting your own frequency web. And then you lock into that frequency, and then the thing comes to you. So it's going to be freaking awesome. It is free for I'm Empowered membership, or you can pay for it separately. All info below. But I just think there's something really, like, listen, if you check it out or not, just spider is coming to you. You clicked on this video because spider wants to work with you. Start watching YouTube videos. Look up spider totem, look up animal spirit spider, like whatever it is, watch documentaries on their behavior. There is something it is trying to speak to you, and it might be like beyond, in a whole different way it's going to hit you, but for whatever reason, spider is your power animal right now, and she is like, I'm here to help. So right, I think I mentioned there's a lot of stuff that, or I don't even know if I mentioned, but let's just do a recap. Whatever, there's this in-between time between each of the eclipses. So we had that other eclipse. There's the other one coming in like a couple days. And whatever has been triggered, okay, whatever has been coming up in you is because that is the end. How cool is that? That is the end. The other thing is, question everything you're thinking. I'll put it below. Let me look for the interview I watched with RJ SPINA, The Law of Attention. And that's also his book. So yeah, just question everything at all moments, especially when it's the limited version of you coming in. Just be like, this is a program. Holy crap, this isn't who I am. I don't have to identify with this. And then Spider, work with Spider. Okay, lots of love. All the info in the description. Would love for you to partake in this 3-day, I mean, seriously, it's Spider's going, the information and the stuff and the movement and all the things that she wants to share with you and that she's teaching me. I mean, you're gonna quantum jump again. All right, lots of love. World peace.